The next thing I think that's really going to come up is really AQ, adversity quotient.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Hashtag Good Talk. My name is Lester, and I'm joined by my friends here today.
Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm currently taking a break before going to uni. So I've been doing a lot of variety of activities.
Morning, everyone. My name is Braille. I'm the oldest participant. I'm 49. I'm a life coach, and I'm looking forward to have a great chat with all of you.
Hi, my name is Lilia. I'm 22 years old this year. So I'm currently working as a diet coordinator at IMH.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Right. So we are all gathered here today to talk about this. It's been a year since circuit breaker, and we can all agree that our life before and after it is very different. How do you think COVID-19 has affected the way you've grown individually or even career-wise over the past year?
What COVID-19 has shown me is how important relationships are, both at work and also on a personal level. Because of that, I have grown to be more deliberate in investing time to build good relationships, both professionally and in personal capacity. From a career perspective, COVID has also opened a floodgate of opportunities for me. Actually, I was quite surprised. I expected to have a reduced interaction because as a life coach, most of my business or practice is actually conducted face to face. And a lot of my clients were not very keen on going online. But with COVID, they were all forced to go online. And now, after COVID, even though we no longer have circuit breaker, right? Interestingly, almost all my clients have requested to stay online. So, which actually gives me a lot of time because when I have to do face-to-face coaching sessions, I have to travel to meet certain clients, and the traveling time is actually wasted. But now, because I'm doing a lot of my work online, I can meet more clients. So that has also opened my eyes to see that if we are able to embrace technology, actually this has helped us in many, many ways.
Due to COVID, right, I get to really understand the importance of relationships and friendships.
I love you, you love me.
Yeah, as for career-wise, because right now we're experiencing manpower shortage, then I feel like we could actually took things for granted in the past. Because in the past, they are we work more as a team. Then it's we work shorter hours as well. Now that we all work in split teams, I mean there are fewer people, we work longer hours. Then it's it made me suddenly realize that we actually took things for granted.
Because I've not really gone into a job because I'm a student, right? It was hard to find an internship or other opportunities. So basically for me, I find that during this period, actively seeking out opportunities was something I learned also. And having a strong support system was very important. Yeah.
How do you think the shift would affect the hiring process or in general the landscape of job opportunities from the employer's point of view and also the employee's point of view?
They actually did a research. One of the trends that they have collected is that 2 out of 5 persons interviewed prefer to work online. That means work from home, or at least have the flexibility to work from home, okay, after COVID. They also found out that managers still have not learned to adapt with the perception of working from home, the effectiveness of working from home. So there's a mismatch. So if you can see, there's a gap, right? I do see a growing group of companies starting to look at how do you measure employees' performance even if they work from home.
Actually, I have relatives from the HR department. So basically, they say that it's kind of harder to hire people as well, from their point of view, because of the borders are closed, right? Especially from Singapore and Malaysia. So a lot of foreign manpower cannot come in to fill the jobs that Singaporeans don't want to do. People are holding on to their jobs because they are uncertain. So that's why in terms of influx of workers that they can hire is less.
So I think that due to COVID, right, most of the hiring process, right, has actually moved online.
Yes.
So it's I think from the employee point of view, right, it's okay, it's be much more convenient because I don't really have to travel down to the workplace. But then at the same time, I feel that it actually made us realize that actually for some jobs, right, it is possible to be done like from home. So
Yes.
I think that this also opens up the opportunities for those who have trouble working at the workplace, maybe for like parents who have family commitment and also people with disabilities. So yeah, I think from what I see, right, there are some pros in having this hiring process online.
Because if we are looking at employers' point of view and employees' point of view, then I think what we're trying to do is really to find that balance, right? Of like the work going on and also keeping the employees happy, that they want to stay on and continue to provide value and continue to help out, and grow the organization that they're in. I was just reading an article from Straits Times this morning, right? The 1 year after circuit breaker, people in Singapore are socializing less, working more, right? But mental well-being has declined. That can be like a double-edged sword. It may, like, working from home may be a positive for one person, but it may not be as good for another. So I think with that hybrid system, it gives people options. It gives the employees options. But if they prefer working from home, yet still being able to deliver on those things that they need to do, then I think that's a win-win situation in my eyes. What are some opportunities, challenges, trends, or knowledge that you feel that young people need to know based on your observations or work?
Personally, I feel that young people need to acknowledge that today is about a global workforce. To realize that you need to not just do well for your A's and O's and whatever it is in your university, because a lot of our Singapore youth do have the opportunity to travel and use those travel opportunities that you have with your family to learn and to assimilate what you have learned from school that applies in those countries, and then you can demonstrate that in your interview. The other thing I think which is very important is the knowledge of soft skills. So, for example, resilience. A lot of people talk about EQ, emotional quotient, right? That one talked to death already. The next thing I think that's really going to come up is really AQ, adversity quotient. How does one respond to pandemics, respond to challenges at work, and then still be able to spring back?
I think it's true. It's like the industry, everything's like evolving. So like as individuals, we should just try to embrace the change and try to adapt as much as possible so that you remain relevant in the industry.
So like nowadays, COVID, right, has taught us to be more adaptable. It also taught us to be more creative and innovative. Okay, I think the concern is that because everything is going online, right, and then people can actually steal your data easily and stuff. It's like we are basically being more vulnerable on the internet right now. I mean, of course, there are pros like, it's very convenient, and also being able to be in touch with like other countries. But then you also make us vulnerable at the same time, I feel.
The government has one role, but we ourselves, who is the owner of those data, we need to be very, very careful. So I tell a lot of my youth that I coach that be very careful about what you post on social media, your comments. Those are things that we really need to look at, because just so all of you know, nowadays HR companies or rather recruiters go through, they trawl your social media profile. And then from there, they actually determine your character and your value systems. We have to be very careful. It's not just about people stealing our identities, but people making assumptions or presumptions of who we are just by things that we post. I think we have to be just cognizant of the fact.
Yep, thanks for sharing. I think it has been really insightful hearing from all of you, bring different perspectives to the table. And we hope that through this conversation, people will be able to reflect on the past year, right, and take stock of really how much have changed and how much we all have adapted. So that is all for this episode. Share with us in the comment section the trends you've seen over the past year and your views on them. So till next time, bye-bye.
Bye.